Oh, it's day 18. Day 18. Thank you so much for being here. So, how are your journals? I hope they are all filled up. Mine is here and no day missing. If you have not missed any day, please write in the comments, no day missing. So on this 18th day, we're going to be talking about how we can learn from our past mistakes and do better in the future because we are journaling. Journaling makes you vulnerable. We've mentioned that before. Now, not just does it make you vulnerable and encourage you to have a pity party. Nope. Instead, what it does is to help you understand what went wrong and why. You are able to also identify the patterns I've mentioned that before. But above all, we're able to um, see the patterns in our decision making that lead to the mistakes we make. So when you journal and you see that, oh, I've gone this part, I've gone this part, I've gone this part. So what is the issue? You can see the gaps clearly. You can analyze the situation. You can ask yourself, so why am I, or why do I do well in every subject except this subject? Why? You can say, why is it that I usually do better with my first continuous assessment test and do not so better at the second and the third? Or why do I do well with my test and not do well with my exams? It is journaling that's going to make you know because you recorded, you noted it down. Then you can now start thinking of alternatives. You can now start fostering, problem solving. Oh, I'm going to do this, and this. Now, another thing I love about what journaling can help us do is it helps us take responsibility for our mistakes. Instead of saying, it was my friend, it was the teacher. Some of us say things like, they failed me. When you fail, you say, they failed me. When you pass, you say, oh, I passed and I did so well. You are not taking responsibility. You are not owning your mistakes. You need to own them and not hand them over to somebody else. Stop the blame game. Stop the excuse game. Own it. Accept responsibility for it. It's a crucial step in learning. If you miss that step, you will continually fail and make those same mistakes because you never owned them. Owning them prevents them from occurring in the future. Now, I love this one most. It's it's about the growth mindset. The growth mindset is the mindset that looks at challenges and problems as opportunities. So when you make mistakes and you journal them, you can see it and then you can say, you know what? I am focused on learning and growing, not on condemning myself and stopping. You can now look at those opportunities one by one and begin to improve them. Your journal exposes you. You know that, right? And then when you do well with what you have been exposed to, then you can now see yourself becoming better. And in the process, you are also building resilience. Resilience is the comeback bigger, better, and stronger. It's that spirit, it's that skill that comes on you. And even when everybody in your class is crying that, oh, we all did so poorly, so badly, you are looking at your journal and you're plotting your strategy of what you can do to ensure that that doesn't happen again. I see some girls, and this is to the older girls, you get hurt by your friends the same way all the time. Are you serious? It just shows me that you're not learning. Why? You did not take note of why they hurt you before. Many of the girls that have friendship problems, conflicts, and all the issues they have, both with girls and even with boys, is because they did not take time to think. And they couldn't think because they had no records. If you look through, you can see what it was that happened that led to that event and avoid it. Sometime back, I had a session with a girl who was abused sexually by someone. When I was having the session with her, she brought out her journal. I said, it happens so date. This was what happened. I was going here. The person did this. She recounted everything. And then we began to look at where the issues were. This is what journaling does. You can't be doing this. You're having a session and they're asking you, they want to help you. The therapist, the counselor wants to help you, and you cannot remember anything. How do we then help? You're not keeping it so that you don't forget your past. You're keeping it so that you don't repeat your past, so that you become better and you do better in the future. I hope that you know that the Girls Hub is that platform and that place, that safe haven, that vibrant community for girls like you. If you are interested in growing up to be an assertive, strong, impact, purpose driven young adult, I am your coach. No other person can do this job better than me. And so I want to invite you to join us at the Girls Hub. If you're ages 6 to 8, ages 9 to 13, ages 14 to 17, and then, of course, 18 and above, those in higher institution, we have a place for you all. I'll be totally delighted to have you join our community. God bless you and see you tomorrow. It's going to be day night. Yeah, already. Yeah, 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 yeah.